Young Show, starring Loretta Young.
I've often heard it said, and I'm sure you have too, that if you want to know what the boss is really like, talk to his private secretary. Well, our story tonight has to do with just the reverse of that. How much does the boss know about the secretary? Right now, a Mr. Holmes, who is the assistant to the president of Columbian Plastic Toys Incorporated, is in the process of selecting exactly the right secretary for his boss.
Can't operate stenotype, no calculus, no advanced trigonometry. Oh, no, only one foreign language. What in the world's happened to education these days? Sorry, it's not what we're looking for. Next young lady, please. Well, this is a little bit more like it. Stenotype, dictation 85 words a minute, calculus, advanced chemistry, qualitative. Oh, double entry bookkeeping, too. This is more...
I also speak French and Spanish, and am willing to work 80 hours a week if so required of me.
Well, there's a chair. Won't you sit down, please?
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'd love to.
Well, now, let's see. Your name is,
Patrick. Miss Nora Patrick.
Miss Patrick. Miss Patrick, well, your background and capabilities are excellent. Just perfect.
It's very nice of you to say so, sir.
As a matter of fact, they're a bit too perfect.
I beg your pardon?
Miss Patrick, the position we have open here is as secretary to Mr. Barry Kendall, our president.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Kendall is a serious young man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely dedicated to this business. Mm-hmm. So much so that certain people around here are inclined to look upon him as something of a square.
I'm sorry, I just don't get the connection.
Well, our square and your curves?
Oh, I see. You want someone who looks like these other ladies I saw in here.
Oh, orders, Miss Patrick, orders from in there.
Oh, Mr. Kendall's that type. Any lady under 90 who takes a job is doing it to get your husband, right?
Under 95.
Well, I think I know what Mr. Kendall wants, and I think I can help you. If you would allow me to come back here, say, tomorrow morning at 10.
It's a deal.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Sorry, young lady, no interviews given before lunch.
But, Mr. Holmes, we had an appointment at 10 o'clock this morning. Mr. Holmes!
Oh, no, it can't be.
So, in a nutshell, this business is both my vocation and my avocation. You might say my wife as well as my sweetheart.
Oh, how does your wife feel about that?
My wife?
Your sweetheart?
Oh, no, Miss Patrick, I'm afraid you don't understand. I have no wife. I have no sweetheart. What I do have is a plan. And by the time I'm 40, I should be able to retire. Then, if I haven't fallen apart, there'll be plenty of time to choose a wife.
Oh, please, Mr. Kendall, you don't have to explain your personal plans to me. You're a busy man, and I am a businesswoman. Either you're satisfied to try me as your secretary or you're not. That is the question, isn't it?
It certainly is. Thank you very much. The way things have piled up around here, I am behind in my work. Holmes, Miss Patrick will start as of tomorrow.
Mr. Kendall?
Yes?
If you are behind in your plan, your work, that is, why not get started now?
As you say, why not? Holmes, she'll start as of now. There you are, Miss Patrick.
Thank you, sir.
My fingers are tired after signing them. I can imagine how you must feel having typed them all.
I'm fine, Mr. Kendall. It's all in a day's work. You know, we still had the final bid on the Easter Bunny check.
Oh, yes, the Easter Bunny. That is my finest, I think. Don't you?
Oh, yes, indeed, sir, I do.
Miss Patrick, you must be tired.
No, sir, I'm not.
But you've worked every night but 2 for the last 5 weeks.
Well, you pay very well. I'm not complaining.
Please, don't argue.
No, sir.
Now, I still have to make the final figure check myself, so after you've mailed all those, on your way and get a little relaxation.
Oh, really, Mr. Kendall? I'm no more tired than you are.
Well, that has nothing to do with it.
I beg your pardon?
After all, I am young enough to take it. Hello, Bill. Barry Kendall. Glad I caught you in. Just checking the cost sheets on that Easter Bunny bid. Where did you get a price of 32 cents on that polyesterol?
Believe me, BK, you said 32 cents in your memo.
I'll tell you what. You hold tight, Bill. I'll call Miss Patrick at home. Maybe she can tell me where I can find it. Get back to you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, Madge. Nora, dear.
Oh, Nora, hi. I almost called you at work today. But then you know the trouble that can cause.
And by the way, how is the new job? And the new boss? Oh, he really is. He's got something. Because I can't quite decide yet what it is he's got, but whatever it is, he's got it. What'd you say his business was?
Plastic toys, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Bill, I'm sorry to hold you up, but Miss Patrick's phone is busy. Even had the chief operator check. However, her employment record shows she only lives 10 or 12 blocks from here, so it'll be just as quick if I go over to her place and ask her.
Take your time, Chief. I got all night.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Someone's at the door. How about lunch on Wednesday? Oh, that's good. 12:30 then. Goodbye. Yes.
Miss Patrick. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to barge in like this. Would you tell Miss Patrick that Mr. Kendall would like to see her?
Oh. Well, which Miss Patrick did you want?
Which? Oh, I didn't know there was more than one. Nora Patrick.
Oh, Nora. My older sister.
Well, I didn't know she had a sister.
Oh, she certainly has. I'm visiting her for a while. I'm Lorraine. Mr. Kendall, Nora's going to be so embarrassed because she's going out for the evening. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Miss Patrick is out for the evening?
Oh, yes, she is. Poor Nora. She works so hard. She deserves a little relaxation. Won't you sit down?
Well, thank you.
Good. She went up to hear a lecture at Hunter College.
Oh?
Or someplace like that. The lecture is on the theory of empiric symbolism in modern business practice. I think she said.
Well, you might know she'd relax that way.
Oh?
Tell me, did you really say that you're her sister?
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm certainly delighted to meet you, Lorraine.
Oh, and I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Kendall. Oh, my, the way Nora just talks and talks about you. Your little old ears should be read all the time.
Your sister's a remarkable girl. A woman, Lorraine. Business from the word go.
Oh, yes. Yes, she is.
What time did you say she was getting home?
Oh, not for hours and hours yet. No, you see, there's an open forum after the lecture. A question and answer period. Well, that's what she said. Would you like some coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. I haven't got time for it.
Oh.
She would go to something like that tonight of all nights.
Well, is there something I can do to help?
Well, it's very nice of you to offer, but I'm afraid not. You see, there's some sisters that your papers that your sister has filed, and I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe if I went down to your office with you, I just could find them.
Well, are you sure you wouldn't mind?
Oh, not at all. I'd be delighted.
What have I got to lose?
Could this be what you're looking for?
Well, Lorraine, you're wonderful.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just nothing at all.
I just remembered I haven't had anything to eat yet.
Oh?
After I check this off, would you like to join me for a little something?
Why, you are the most gallant, thoughtful man. I'd be delighted.
Wonderful. Oh, good morning, Miss Patrick.
Good morning, Mr. Kendall.
Oh, please sit down.
Thank you. I'm already down.
Yes. That was stupid of me not to know where that memo was filed last night. But it was certainly nice of your sister to help. Wasn't it?
Mr. Kendall, Lorraine is a very nice young lady.
Oh, I found that out last night. Yes, and to show my appreciation, I thought I'd like to invite her out to dinner tonight and to a show, too. You join us if you like.
Well, I'm sure Lorraine would have liked nothing better, Mr. Kendall. However, after keeping me awake until after 4 o'clock this morning, ranting and raving about what an intelligent, charming, handsome man I work for, I decided that since you and I agreed that business mixes with nothing but business, I put Lorraine on the train this morning and sent her back to Atlanta.
Awaiting your early...
Yes, sir, I have that.
Awaiting your early reply. Oh, you know the usual thing. Miss Patrick, you finish it.
Very well, sir.
Oh, did your sister get back to Atlanta all right?
Yes. Fine, fine.
Say, is that out-of-town meeting with the Southern States retail chain set up for the end of the week?
Yes, sir, it is. Mr. Holmes is going to fly down there for it.
Well, tell Holmes to skip it.
May I ask why?
Well, that business is much too important to risk losing. I want you to call the airport and reserve me a space on that afternoon plane. I've just decided to go down to Atlanta myself. That will be all for now.
Oh, yes.
Since I'm going to be in Atlanta, if you'll give me your family's address, I might be able to drop by and give them a little word on you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Kendall. Too bad you'll miss seeing Lorraine.
What? What did you say?
She's arriving back here again tomorrow to visit me.
Well, but she just got back there.
Isn't it wonderful the way she just loves to travel?
Miss Patrick.
Yes, sir?
Come here.
Yes, sir?
I just got a much better idea. Since you know as much about this deal as I do, and since Atlanta is your hometown, I'm going to let you take that trip.
But, Mr. Kendall, I can't.
Miss Patrick, this is business, and I'm afraid you're just going to have to.
But I can't. With Lorraine arriving here tomorrow...
Well, I'll keep an eye out for Lorraine. And this will give you a few days back home, which you're certainly entitled to. Now, better reserve that plane space for yourself.
But I don't fly. I guess I'm too old. Fashioned. Why don't you go yourself, Mr.
Nonsense,
Kendall?
nonsense. After the way you've been working, it'll give you a chance to relax if you take the train. There'll be plenty of time.
But, Mr. Kendall, you wouldn't want my poor little old sister to arrive in here in New York and find me going to Atlanta, now would you?
Well, why not? Since you're going out of town for me, I'll keep an eye out for Lorraine. All you have to do is leave your key, and I'll meet her train and explain the whole thing.
Am I to understand that is an order?
You understand correctly, Miss Patrick. It is an order. Now, on your way and have a wonderful trip. And don't forget to leave your key at the office. There we are.
Well, thank you. Oh, here I am again. Oh, just put that right over there. Honestly, Mr. Kendall, I never heard of anyone being so sweet, taking all this time out of your busy day just to pick up me.
Well, after all, your sister asked me to keep an eye on you, and since she's out of town on company business, why don't you have dinner with me tonight? How'd you like that, huh?
Oh, I'd just love to, but not out someplace. You see, I want to reciprocate to you for being so nice to me. I want to cook dinner for you right here in Nora's little old apartment.
Well, that'd be wonderful. We can go out tomorrow night. I imagine you are tired after that long train trip.
Oh, you are the most understanding man. You make me forget I have other things to do. Now, I'll see you about 7:30. Huh?
Oh, 7:30 would be fine. And remember, don't bother about me.
No, I won't. This is Nora Patrick again. Have you gotten me anything at all to Atlanta tonight?
Not yet, Miss Patrick, but we're still trying. We'll call you the minute we get a cancellation.
Oh, yes, please do. You have no idea how important it is.
With all the business we get from Colombian Plastics, Miss Patrick.
Believe me, we'll do everything possible for you and your company.
Look, if I don't get that seat on that 12 o'clock plane, it won't be my company, if you know what I mean, huh?
Don't worry. You'll be hearing from us. Goodbye.
Yes. Goodbye.
Intercontinental Airlines.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
Come on in.
I brought you a little surprise.
Oh, you did? I just love surprises.
Newest addition to our line.
Oh, well, what is it?
The Easter Bunny.
Oh. Oh, that's a lovely surprise. Oh, you really are the most thoughtful man. And one of the most attractive, too, I might add. Let me take your coat. Oh, isn't he a darling? Oh, you sweet little old thing, you.
Lorraine,
Yes, Barry.
that was a wonderful dinner.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my hand.
Do you have any idea how wonderful you are?
Oh, you're sweet. Oh, very pleased. Oh! Oh! Barry, this is wrong.
Why?
Well, I mean, it might be confusing with Nora being your secretary and all.
Oh, hang, Nora. I mean, she's a fine, upstanding woman and a really remarkable secretary.
Yes,
but
she
now
is.
that has nothing to do with the way I feel about you.
But wait a minute. I think I better get some more coffee. I won't be a minute.
Now, Lorraine.
I won't be long.
Oh, I almost forgot. I've got a business call to make before 9. Mind if I use your phone?
No, go right ahead.
Miss Patrick, please. This is Intercontinental Airlines.
No, I'm sorry. Miss Patrick can't come to the phone right now. Is there a message that I could take?
Yes, would you please tell her that we got her a seat on the midnight plane to Atlanta?
And she can pick up the ticket at the airport under the name of Miss Nora Patrick.
Oh, you mean Lorraine Patrick.
No, Miss Nora Patrick.
But Nora Patrick is out of town.
No, you don't understand. She's trying to get out of town.
It's all right. She works for a plastics company, and she has to get to Atlanta. You can tell her not to worry about losing her job. She'll be there in the morning.
Thank you.
Did you talk to your man, Barry?
No, I didn't, but I did talk to the Intercontinental Airlines, and I have a message for Miss Nora Patrick.
Oh, the Intercontinental Airlines called here?
Yes, they did. They are
Oh,
delighted to inform you that they have a seat for you on the midnight plane to Atlanta. They are even more delighted that now you won't lose your job with that plastics company.
Oh, I see. But now I have lost my job, haven't I?
That's besides the point. I want you to tell me one thing.
Yes, sir.
Why did you ever do this to me?
Well, you see, Mr. Holmes said that you
Never
wanted-
mind. I'll tell you why. You wormed your way in here just so you could get your hooks into me.
Get my hooks into you?
That's what I said, your hooks.
You just listen to me now for a minute. If I ever did get my hooks into you, I'd throw you right back before the game warden got me for hooking an immature, sophomoric, infantile specimen with delusions of grandeur.
Now, just a minute.
And what's more, if you will recall, no one asked you to come barging in here the night you were stupid enough not to find that memo from Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yeah? How do I know you didn't hide that memo just so I would have to come here, huh?
You are the most miserable man I ever
Oh,
saw.
go on. Act like a woman. Bawl, cry your eyes out. But a lot of good it's going to do you with me.
I think you are conceited and a blue perfect square. That's what I think you are. And I wouldn't marry a snob like you if I ended up in the spinster cemetery.
Snob? What do you mean, snob?
Just that.
After the way I've worked to build a $70 million industry out of nothing, you call that being a snob?
Mr. Kendall, there are different varieties of snobs. Your particular variety is a work snob. Work is your craven idol, your beginning and your end of everything. Well, let me tell you something else. When it comes to work, I can work rings around you any day. Now, I suggest that you just leave here before I really tell you what I think.
All right. If that's the way you feel about it, I will leave, and right now. Oh, Lorraine, look. Nora, sometimes in an argument like this, both parties are wrong. Now, why don't we just forget it?
I'd be delighted.
Oh, the whole thing has got me so upset. You've got that ticket to Atlanta. Why don't you go down and settle this business?
Oh, of course I forgot. Read our motto. Never turn aside from an honest buck. All right, I'll go, but I'm warning you, when I get back, you better have someone hired to replace me.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, thank you very much, Nora. I appreciate this.
Will you please go? I do have to pack.
Very well. Pack!
Where have you been? It's almost 4 minutes to plane time.
Exactly what are you doing here?
Well, I'm going with you.
If you're going, I'm staying.
Oh, no, you're not. You're coming with me. Now, come on.
No, I'm not.
Flight 50, now boarding gate 6 for Buffalo and Niagara Falls.
That's
the
us.
Honeymooner now boarding.
The honeymoon?
That's right. I've got 2 tickets on that plane for Mr. and Mrs. Barry Kendall. If you'll marry me when we get there, even though I am a work snob.
Oh, darling. Oh, we're both work snobs. And if I really have hooked you, I promise you I'm going to work harder than ever now.
Oh, no, you won't. Once you've married me, you're through working.
Oh, you handsome square. I mean that I'm going to work harder than ever, making our home the most wonderful, beautiful, happy place in the world. And we're going to fill it up with lots of little new additions to your line.
Come on, you.
Oh, there. It was a Frenchman, the Marquis du Deffand, who made this wise observation about the fair sex. Women are never stronger than when they arm themselves with their weaknesses. Well, good night. See you next week.